Wood says his quarterback was, quote, slinging the ball pretty well, and that he looked good throwing it. Goff is listed as day-to-day, so his status for Saturday in Seattle is not yet known. A welcome sight for the Saints as All-Pro receiver Michael Thomas practiced for the first time since he went to IR 3 weeks ago. If his ankle holds up, Thomas is likely to play Sunday against the Bears. Buccaneers defensive coordinator Todd Bowles is preparing for Washington's offense and a job interview. The former Jets head coach says he'll meet with the Falcons to discuss their head coaching vacancy. Atlanta also interviewed Panthers offensive coordinator Joe Brady Wednesday, while Chiefs OC Eric Bieniemy interviewed for both the Jets and Jaguars jobs. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Message and data rates may apply.
Guys over 40, listen up. Nugenix, the #1 selling free testosterone booster at GNC, is offering a complimentary bottle to all men in America. Here's legendary pro baseball player Frank Thomas, the Big Hurt.
When I hit 40, I started feeling sluggish. I had less drive. It was harder to stay in shape. Turns out, once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. So I got back into the game with Nugenix. With Nugenix, I feel like I'm still in my prime. There's a reason Nugenix has been the #1 selling free testosterone booster at GNC for years. It works. If you want to get back in the game and get your edge back, you need Nugenix. You can get a complimentary bottle. All you have to do is send them a text. And guys, take it from me. She'll like it too.
Text YOUTH to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling free testosterone booster at GNC. But Nugenix samples are not available in stores, so text YOUTH to 42424 right now. Text YOUTH to 42424. That's YOUTH to 42424.
Well, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. I love this weather. Gene, how about you?
Can't complain.
No. Almost makes you forget July and August, right?
Almost.
Yeah.
Hard to believe to say that, but almost, but not quite.
Yeah. Oh, well. Anyway, well, we've got an in-depth forecast coming up, and, well, it's going to be nice. I mean, very, very nice for, well, the next couple of weeks.
That's what I understand.
So we can go along with that. Oh, boy. Today, it is the 7th day of January, which makes it the 7th day of 2021.
That's exactly right.
Okay. And, well, all sorts of things happening in the news, and we'll be touching on them with a look at world and California news headlines coming up, local news, and keep you up to date what's happening around the Imperial Valley. And sports, we mentioned in-depth weather. We'll update what's happening on Wall Street as well. So all sorts of things heading your way.
We promise.
Okay. Now,
Promise.
And we'll have more on this later, but just to give you a heads up, no air show, no NAFL Central Air Show this year, but they had already said that last year, if you remember. Okay?
I don't remember. I just remember the big disappointment that they weren't going to have the show last year. I think that was so overbearing, nobody remembered anything else.
Yeah, as I recall, last year they also mentioned that there would be no show this year because it's a big anniversary and they're going to open their season at Pensacola.
Now that sounds familiar.
Okay. But, big but here, I'm not talking about Bertha Butt either. NAFL Central will hold its inaugural Festival of Flight. So that is coming up.
That's coming up. We don't have any other information at this point.
We've got a little bit more information, but we'll come up with more. Chris gave us pretty good information on it, but that is coming up March 13th.
So it's in the time frame that the air show would normally be.
Yes. Held. Anyway.
The Festival of Flight. I can only imagine how that kind of will.
Okay. Anyway, are you ready for birthdays?
I'm ready.
Well, let me get my birthday sheet here. And I got my sheet together here. Rolling Stone magazine founder Jan Wenner is 75. Kenny Loggins, half of Loggins and
Messina,
is 73. Actor Aaron Gray is 71. Actor Sammo Hung is 69. Actor David Caruso, 65. Katie Couric is 64. Is she working yet?
Yeah, I don't know.
Bass player Kathy Valentine of the Go-Go's, 62. Actor David Marciano is 61. Actor Haley Todd, 59. Actor Nicolas Cage, 57. And actor Rex Lee is 52. Doug E. Doug of the movie Cool Runnings and The Cosby Show is 51. Actor Kevin Rahm is 50. Jeremy Renner is 50. Actor Dustin Diamond, Saved by the Bell, 44. Actor Reggie Austin is 42. Actor Lauren Cohan is 39. Actor Brett Dalton, 38. Actor Robert Richard is 38. Actor Liam Aiken, 31. Actor Marcus Scribner is 21. We've got local birthdays coming up.
The coronavirus is affecting everyone.
Must wear face coverings when out.
What do I do? What are you going to do?
When this is all over.
When this is all over.
When this is all over.
What are you going to do?
Going to a concert.
School.
Having dinner with friends.
Take better care of each other.
Support local shops and stores. Offering more help to others.
This should be over soon.
Let's celebrate our KXO birthdays. Happy birthday, Amanda Trujillo, Anissa Hernandez, Ariel Miramontes, Asia Torres, Arely Riddle, Cecilia Whitman, Christine Martinez, Kevin Kelly, Isaac Cervantes, Steve Agundes, Richard Aguirre, Patty Kakatian, Tabitha Rascon, Mandy Trujillo, Marina Bradigan, Oscar Avendano, Esther Alfonso, Luke Thanakary, Tammy Ward, and Linda Jones. Happy birthday from KXO. And we wish everybody on the list a happy birthday.
A happy, happy, happy birthday.
Yeah, okay. Today is a Thursday. For whatever reason, this week seems to have flown by. And we're still playing catch-up. I don't know. Maybe because of the holidays.
It could be.
Yeah.
Holiday overload, maybe.
Yes.
That's hard to imagine in the times we are in right now, that it's overload.
Yeah.
Takes a lot to get overloaded. We're not dealing with a lot right now.
Yeah, well, you're right. One day just kind of runs into the other, and on the weekends, ho-hum, it's a weekend. Not going anywhere, not doing anything.
Nope. Not at all.
Yeah.
Non-productive.
Okay. Are you ready for news?
I'm as ready as I'm going to get this morning.
Okay. We've got
some.
Yeah, we've got news, so stick around. Right now, it's a look at World and California news headlines brought to you by Lock Air Conditioning. They are your year-round comfort specialist. For sales, for service, call the experts at Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal.
CBS News special report, an assessment of a vicious mob attack on the U.S. Capitol from New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy.
Make no mistake, yesterday was no accident. It was the result of 4 years of gaslighting and concerted attempts from within to weaken our democracy.
He sent 500 National Guard members to Washington to help with the peaceful transfer of power. CBS's Nancy Cordes says law enforcement is playing catch-up.
This morning, the FBI is now asking for help finding people who were behind yesterday's violence. Very few people were arrested or even detained.
Airlines have increased security at D.C. airports as rioters board flights home. CBS News senior national security analyst Fran Townsend.
I think we have to take additional precautionary measures. I think there needs to be an assessment about how we can beef up the security for the inauguration, given what happened yesterday.
CBS News special report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Whatever the weather brings this winter, you can rely on a York Affinity premium system to keep your home warm and comfortable. You'll get maximum efficiency thanks to advanced technology and helping to significantly reduce your energy bills. Plus, you can stay connected via our Wi-Fi-enabled touchscreen thermostat. Every York unit is designed, engineered, and assembled in the United States and backed by industry-leading warranties. Affordable financing options are available. Call Lock Air Conditioning, your local York dealer, at 760-353-4501. That's 353-4501 to schedule a free evaluation of your system. York, install confidence. Contractor's license 696-216.
California headline news. Supporters of President Trump protesting at the state capitol in Sacramento as the ugly events on Capitol Hill unfolded Wednesday, delaying Congress's certification of the Electoral College votes. Democratic Congresswoman Karen Bass.
I have never seen, I've been here 10 years, and I don't even understand how the public is on the steps of the Capitol where they are never allowed. This is just shocking.
A protester shot to death, apparently while trying to climb through a shattered glass window, has been identified as an Air Force veteran from San Diego, Ashley Babbitt, a witness to the shooting, saying she didn't heed calls to stop.
She fell back on me and started saying she was fine, it's cool. And then she started kind of like moving weird and blood was coming out of her mouth and neck and nose. And I don't know if she's alive or dead anymore.
Babbitt died at the hospital. Several others apparently died from medical emergencies. California hoping to administer coronavirus vaccines to 1 million more people in the state over the next 10 days. More than 530,000 doses have been administered so far. Jeff Scott, California News.
World in California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning, your year-round comfort specialist, keeping you cool in the summer and warm and comfortable in the winter. Lock Air Conditioning.
Progressive presents The Sounds of the Old World. The year is 2019, and someone is waiting for the previews to start in a movie theater.
Hey, you want anything? Popcorn? Soda? No, nothing.
This has been The Sounds of the Old World. Brought to you by Progressive, where drivers can still switch and save like it's 2019.
Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
With no fees or minimums on checking and savings accounts, banking with Capital One is like the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Kind of like Taylor Swift choosing what to wear.
It's looking kind of chilly out today. I think I'll go with a cardigan.
Yep, even easier than that. And with our top-rated app, you can bank anytime, anywhere, making Capital One an even easier decision. That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
New consumer accounts only. Approval required. Terms apply. Capital One N.A. member FDIC.
It's page one of the local news, and it is a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They've got 2 locations in the valley, in the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 in Julia Drive, and on Imperial Avenue next to Food for Less in El Centro. Quick Lane, ready to serve.
Taking a look at the latest in local news for a Thursday morning, COVID-19 deaths increase. George Gale has the story.
The latest update was released by the County Public Health Department. According to the update, there are now 437 deaths attributed to COVID-19. That's an increase of 3 as compared to the last report. There are currently 1,558 active cases of COVID-19 in the Imperial County. There are 181 COVID-19 patients hospitalized in the county. That's an increase of 11 from the Tuesday report. There are now no ICU beds available in Imperial County. The new cases per day per 100,000 population is at 57.77, down from the 59.48 reported Tuesday. Positivity rate is at 41.47%, up from the 34.95% reported in the Tuesday update. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
The Imperial County Public Health Department is ready to move on to Phase 1A, Tier 2 in the California statewide COVID-19 vaccination program. This tier includes essential high-risk employees in intermediate care facilities, home health care and in-home supportive services, public health field staff, primary care clinics, and community health workers. Employees who qualify for this phase will be notified through their employers. Tier 1 included healthcare workers caring for and working directly with COVID-19 patients and those administering vaccines. The Imperial County Public Health Department will work with employers who have employees eligible to receive the vaccine. Additional information is available on the County Health department website. KXO News Time 7:43.
Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers have the best price on name brand tires sold at Quick Lane, guaranteed. Just ask your Quick Lane service advisor. Now we're talking the best brands available: Michelin, Continental, Pirelli, Dunlap, Kelly, Bridgestone, and more. And we're talking the best price. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment. Quick Lane in the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 in Julia Drive, and on Imperial Avenue next to Food for Less in El Centro.
The California governor announces 2 stimulus items. Here's more on that story.
They are both being included in Governor Gavin Newsom's proposed budget. First is the Golden State Stimulus. It will provide a $600 rapid cash support directly to roughly 4 million low-income Californians who, coupled with federal stimulus, could receive at least $1,200 in direct relief. The state's stimulus will also reach low-income Californians who are excluded from the federal stimulus, like undocumented households that file taxes with an individual taxpayer identification number, including parents with U.S. citizen children. In the second item, a governor is calling for immediate action to protect more Californians from eviction by extending critical eviction protections enacted in AB 3088 and ensuring that California's $2.6 billion share of federal rental assistance is distributed according to the greatest need and with accountability. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
And yes, you did feel an earthquake yesterday. The quake measured 3.4 on the Richter scale. It was centered 25 miles northeast of San Vicente, Mexico. That concludes this edition of Local News. Page 2 coming up.
Page 1 of the Local News, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in Brawley and El Centro. Quick Lane, the best price on name brand tires sold at Quick Lane, guaranteed. Talk to your Quick Lane service advisor for details.
Let's talk about it, bringing community mental health issues to your radio. Listen each Sunday morning to KXO AM 1230 at 7 a.m. and now on Sunday evening at 7 p.m. on FM 107.5. Or log on to kxoradio.com for a 5-minute podcast highlight of the show or the show in its entirety. This program is produced by the Public Affairs Department of KXO AM 1230 and FM 107.5. Let's Talk About It is presented as a public service of Imperial County Behavioral Health Services.
Page 2 of the Local News and in-depth weather, brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for life insurance, health insurance, or retirement planning.
A Calexico man suffers fatal injuries the end of December. Here's more on that story.
It happened December 30th. 52-year-old Mario Contreras Jr. was working at a wind farm near Desert Hot Springs in Riverside County. Officials say he was on a wind turbine when he fell 100 feet. Emergency services were called, but Contreras reportedly died before they arrived. Information on the incident was released by Cal OSHA, who is investigating the incident. Riverside County Coroner's Office confirmed the death. The investigation is ongoing. No information as to what the man was doing on the wind turbine or how he fell has been released. For more information on these and other local news stories, go to the KXO website. I'm George Gale reporting for KXO Local News.
California Highway Patrol is investigating an apparent hit-and-run accident that occurred at about 6:25 this morning in the area of Orchard Road and Edwards Road near Holtville. A motorcyclist was reported down after being hit by another vehicle. Well, County Board of Supervisors discuss possible favoritism. George Gale explains.
The board met Tuesday. They discussed a report that some are receiving a COVID vaccine out of turn. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention has issued an order as to who is eligible for a vaccine and in what order it is to be administered. Protocol is in phases. The current phase A includes first responders and other emergency personnel, nursing home residents, etc. General population is in phase B. The supervisors say they had the public health department have received reports of the vaccine being given some ahead of everybody else. Two examples were an IID director and a reporter filmmaker. The supervisors voted 4-1 to remove medical providers from the vaccine provider list if they fail to follow protocols when administering the vaccines. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
The COVID-19 labor law webinars are coming up. The Imperial Valley businesses can learn more about two new California COVID-19 laws. The Imperial Valley Business Recovery Task Force, the Imperial County Public Health Department, and Cal OSHA are presenting the webinars that feature labor law, health, and environmental services experts. The labor laws being addressed are AB 685 and SB 1159. The Assembly bill addresses requirements for COVID-19 outbreaks in the workplace, while the Senate bill addresses reporting requirements and workers' compensation-related issues resulting from COVID-19 illnesses. The program's goal is to engage businesses and help them find balance between physical and economic health in the community. Two more webinars will be held. They are January the 7th, that's today, and the 21st. There is no cost to participate. For more information, you can go to the Imperial Valley Business Recovery Task Force website. We'll be back with a look at the weather.
Have you received notice that your Medicare health plan is changing or going away? Are you turning 65 soon, or are you newly eligible to Medicare and have questions about your Medicare options? Then give David a call at David H. West Insurance to learn about the AB Medicare. Don't delay. Call David H. West Insurance Services now at 760-352-411. That's 760-352-3411. That's David H. West Insurance.
Carroll Buckley with the weather update.
The National Weather Service says the quiet weather pattern is likely to continue through next week, resulting in dry conditions and mostly above normal temperatures. A dry weather disturbance will pass mainly to the north on Saturday, but it will bring breezy conditions to the region and cool temperatures briefly back to around normal readings. A couple of other very weak upper-level disturbances will also bring periods of high cloudiness from time to time, but temperatures will begin another warming trend early next week. Stronger high pressure looks likely for the latter half of next week, may push high temperatures into the middle 70s at some point late next week. 73 high yesterday, 39 the low. Mostly sunny today with a high near 73. Light winds. Tonight, mostly cloudy during the early evening, then gradual clearing with a low around 44. Light winds. Friday, mostly sunny with a high near 74. South-southwest wind about 5 miles an hour, then becoming calm. Saturday, sunny with a high near 73. North wind 5 to 10 miles an hour. Sunday will be sunny with a high near 70, north wind about 5 miles per hour. And right now, downtown El Centro, we are looking at 42 degrees. Yeah, and a light breeze. It's beautiful. Page 2 of the local and the weather brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. You can see David, you can see Jose. They've got answers to your questions about health insurance and Medicare supplemental coverage. David H. West Insurance Services. They're back. The Peanut Patch in Yuma. Donna and Pat invite you to Peanut Patch. Open Monday through Saturday. Closed on Sundays. The Peanut Patch with many homemade chocolates in either bark or cluster form. They also make their own fresh English toffee, plain or covered in milk chocolate. Their pecan turtles are to die for. The Peanut Patch in Yuma. You can Google the Peanut Patch and get directions. It's easy, it's fun, and you'll love it. The Peanut Patch in Yuma. Stop by and enjoy. It's sports time. NBA action. Yesterday, the Pacers got by the Rockets 114-107. Magic beat the Cavaliers 105-94. 76ers whipped the Wizards 141-136. Hornets hammered the Hawks 102-94. Celtics beat the Heat 107-105. Knicks rolled. They beat the Jazz 112-100. The Bucks beat the Pistons 130-115. Pistons with one win so far this year. It was the Thunder nipping the Pelicans 111-110. Raptors, they lost. The Suns beat the Raptors 123-115. Toronto with just one win on the year as well. The Clippers beat the Warriors 108-101. And the Kings topped the Bulls 128-124.
Last year was crazy. My hours were cut.
I was out of work for months. I
need a better job.
At the Center for Employment Training, study for a career in construction or healthcare. Go to cetweb.edu. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, and we offer job placement assistance to graduates. All programs can be completed in under a year based on attendance. Go to cetweb.edu or call 760-592-0208 for CET. Work hard. Be strong.
Well, former pitching great Tommy John, he was hospitalized with COVID-19. He's now resting at home near Indio. And Hall of Fame manager Tommy Lasorda was discharged from the hospital Tuesday, returning home for the first time in about 7 weeks. Lasorda, 93, was in intensive care in the middle of November, then moved to a rehab center for a couple of weeks. NFL action coming up on Saturday and Sunday. We've got a triple dip each day. Yeah, we've got football starting at 9:30 Saturday morning and 9:30 Sunday morning. Triple headers each day. The Colts and the Bills, the Rams and the Seahawks, and the Buccaneers and Washington on Saturday. On Sunday, it's the Ravens and the Titans, the Bears and the Saints, and the Cleveland Browns and Pittsburgh Steelers in the nightcap. That's it for Sports Time on AM 1230.
There's a lot going on right now, and broadcasters are on the ground covering all of it, bringing you the weather, the traffic, and breaking news, all while entertaining you 24 hours a day. Needs to tell you what's going on around the world and in our hometowns. And that someone is us. We are free radio. We are always there. We are broadcasters. Visit wearebroadcasters.com or text radio to 52886 to learn more. Furnished by NAB and this station.
And right now, it's time for financial news and a brief look at the weather. And it's all brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned service protecting your property. Southwest Security also offers live scan to the public. Well, despite everything that happened yesterday, the Dow has resumed an ascent from record heights as the Capitol chaos yields to certification of Biden's election win. The Dow Jones Industrials right now up 325 points at 31,155. S&P 500 at 3,805. That's up 58 points. The NASDAQ up 284 points at 13,024. Gold up $7.40 an ounce. Meanwhile, oil is up 26 cents a barrel, which gives big oil the opportunity to raise prices at the gas pumps another $1.50. And CDC officials say people with a history of allergic reactions should be monitored after receiving a COVID-19 shot. And a third vaccine could be authorized for United Kingdom use within weeks, boosting mass immunizations in that country, according to scientists. And by the way, as you've heard, Congress did confirm President-elect Joe Biden's victory after protesters stormed the Capitol. Meanwhile, President Trump has pledged an order transition.
Security Company is a locally owned security company protecting your property or your business, and now offering live scan fingerprinting to the public. Plus, they added Southwest Postal with post office boxes you can access 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, with shipping services too, using DHL, UPS, and FedEx. They're conveniently located at the corner of Heil and 4th Street in El Centro, and if you need something notarized, they can do that too. You can count on Security and Southwest Postal for 24 hours a day, 365 days a year.
It will be mostly sunny today with a high near 73, light wind becoming west at 5 miles an hour. Mostly cloudy during the early evening, then gradual clearing with a low around 44, light winds. Friday, mostly sunny with a high near 7, south wind about 5 miles an hour, then becoming calm. And right now downtown we have 44 degrees. It's beginning to warm up just a little bit. And your border wait, 30 minutes downtown, no waiting sentry, no waiting pedestrian. Eastport, a 20-minute wait, no waiting sentry, 15 minutes ready lane. It's an hour at Andrade. Your air quality, it's good throughout the valley, except moderate in Calexico. PM 2.5 is elevated. And at Uabese in downtown Mexicali, the PM 2.5 also elevated. And that's it for financial news and a brief look at the weather, brought to you by Southwest Security, now offering 24-hour-a-day post boxes. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro. CBS News is just ahead. After that, we're back with more of the best oldies on the radio.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro, the Imperial Source.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Steve Kathan. The hunt goes on for people who were part of the mob that attacked and invaded the U.S. Capitol. CBS's Nancy Cordes.
This morning, the FBI is now asking help finding people who were behind yesterday's violence. Keep in mind, very few people were arrested or even detained yesterday. And so they have set up a website for people to upload photos and videos of those involved.
At least 50 people were arrested. CBS News security analyst Fran Townsend says it all is a stage for possible tension on January 20th.
This is a lack of coordination, preparation at multiple levels, and I do think they need to do a quick lessons learned. We have the inauguration coming, and we want to ensure that that doesn't happen in inauguration. There needs to be a very quick assessment of the failures.
Congress, acting just before 4 in the morning in Washington, was able to affirm President-elect Biden's win over President Trump. CBS's Stephen Portnoy.
The final resolution wasn't reached until 3:45 in the morning, but it was reached. And in less than 2 weeks, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris will stand on the west front of the Capitol, which was besieged by the lawless today. And those two individuals will take the oath of office and lead the country forward.
Some Democrats say the president should be impeached. CBS's Margaret Brennan indicates others support invoking the 25th Amendment to remove him from office.
The reporting on this is very early, but I just do want to underscore here that it is not just chatter and political speculation. There is deep concern about the president's state of mind, his thinking, and the events of the past 24 hours.
That would require action by Vice President Pence and at least half the cabinet. Facebook says today it will continue to restrict Mr. Trump's account. 3 White House staffers resigned yesterday, and today, former Trump Chief of Staff Mick Mulvaney told CNBC he'll step down from his post as an envoy to Northern Ireland.
Those who would choose to stay, and I have talked to a couple of them, are choosing to stay because they are concerned that the president might put someone in to replace them that could make things even worse.
I'm Elaine Cobb in Paris. There was some tough criticism of President Trump from U.S. allies. Ireland's Foreign Minister Simon Coveney called yesterday's attack a deliberate assault on democracy by a sitting president and his supporters. Norway's Prime Minister Erna Solberg said in a democracy, the losing party must acknowledge its defeat. night. Japan's Chief Cabinet Secretary Katsunobu Kato said they were hoping for a peaceful transfer of power.
Wall Street right now, the Dow is up 344 points. This is CBS News.
CBS News Radio is your home for breaking news. Team of reporters around the country and the world. We give you the coverage you can trust.
Heads up, Ulta Beauty's Jumbo Love event has the best deals for you and your hair. Shop the lowest prices of the season on jumbo-sized shampoos and conditioners from your favorite brands like Redken, Paul Mitchell, and Biolage. No matter your hair type, Ulta Beauty has plenty of products to keep your hair shiny, hydrated, and healthy. Stock up, save, amaze your hair at the Jumbo Love event. Shop online or in-store now through January 23rd. Ulta Beauty. The possibilities are beautiful.
Me, but you. The Pharaoh fast forwards his favorite foreign film, Powder Donut. Okay, what's my line?
The only line I see here on the script is get options based on your budget with the nice tool from Progressive.
Oh man, that's a tongue twister, huh? I'm sorry, I'm gonna need a few more minutes. Bulbous Walrus, the Bulbous Walrus.
The name your tool, only from Progressive.
The owl ran afoul of the comatose coxswain.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Some Arizona residents got a surprise when they went to sign up for the 19 vaccine. CBS's Jim Crisula.
The Arizona Department of Health Services says a technical problem with its online vaccination registration system allowed anyone to register for a COVID-19 vaccine. It permitted people outside of the state-mandated first phase of the shots to sign up for one. The issue with the registration website was corrected in several hours.
3,900 virus deaths in the U.S. yesterday. 2,500 have died in the last week in California. Was the chaotic situation in Washington yesterday a super spreader event? Well, aside from the big crowd outside, consider this: from a lawmaker locked down during the crisis at the Capitol with others, Senator Tammy Duckworth told CBS News there was not much space for social distancing, and some Republicans in the room refused to wear masks. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
Here is some great news. If you deadline to sign up for health insurance, or if you sign up for a plan that you're just not happy with, you still have a choice. It's called MediShare. It's the affordable alternative to health insurance, and it's worked beautifully for 25 years. They have more than 400,000 members now around the country. MediShare is a Christian health sharing ministry, and over the years, members have shared over $3 billion of each other's bills, so they could help share you too. And best of all, you have a lot of money with MediShare. Typical savings for a family is about $500 a month. Your savings could be more or less, but think about what you could do with that extra money every month. You're not stuck with a high-cost health plan. You can join MediShare anytime, so call them today and check it out. Here's the number to find out more, and there's no pressure. They are super easy to talk to. Call 866-88-BIBLE. That's 866-88-BIBLE. 866-88-BIBLE.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for
Carroll.
Things he said like you could connect to them.
AM 1230 KXO.